Welcome to Undead Yarn. My name is Heidi, and you can find me as Undead Yarn on Instagram and Nitty Girl on Ravelry. This is episode 88. Hi everybody, how are you doing? I took the last couple of weeks off from podcasting since I was finishing up school, and it always seems to be a crazy time of year. Even when I thought I was all finished with it, Saturday morning I woke up and I was getting ready to go to my knitting group and my back went out. So end of the year really does pay a toll on me, at least. I get a little stressed out. There's just so many things to do, and telling everybody goodbye for the summer, and it's just kind of crazy at the end of the year. So anyway, finally I'm feeling better. I couldn't go see my friends, which made me sad because I'm going to miss them for a couple of months probably. I have a lot of things going on this summer. And yes, my hair is still wet, but I wanted to record outside, and if I want to do that, it has to be cool enough for me to record. So I'm doing it first thing in the morning after my shower. Anyway, I have a lot to talk to you guys about. So let me get started. My first work in progress is in my Casey's Pockets to Go yellow rose bag, and I have finished, well, almost finished. I can't quite say it's a hoe because it's not. I put in for the afterthought heel, and I finished the whole first sock, knee sock, and I'm going to make another one, and I'm doing that with Round Table Yarns, and I believe I have the tag in here. I found it this morning, and it's called Fair Both Night and Day, and it's in her Merlin vase. Yes, her Merlin is her self-striping, I guess. And it's funny, I just finished that, and I was thinking about going ahead and casting on for the second one, but I also found these, which is something I dyed a long time ago, and I knit for a shop sample, and I don't really dye this colorway that much anymore, so I'm probably gonna just finish that up, because then I'll have a whole pair of socks completed. Whereas this, I still, when I'm done with both of the knee socks, I'm going to have to do the afterthought heels. So that's where I am with that. I am also working on Find Your Fade by Drea Knits. I want to say it's Drea Renee. I'm not sure what her last name is, but you guys, I think it's Drea Mowry maybe. Everybody is knitting her patterns right now. There's so many people knitting the Find Your Fade shawl, and then there's the sweater that she did, and then now there's the Free Your Fade. And I thought this one was more up my alley for right now because I have so many things going on. And this one only takes 3 balls of yarn, so I won't have to knit 6 balls of yarn. And I'm using my colors, and 2 of them I kind of dyed up for myself, but I think what I might do is, if I like the way they look together, and so far I think they're going to look nice together. This is Purple Brain. Oops. And this is why I like to record outside, because the colors look really good. And that is what it looks like. And I'm getting somewhat close to the first fade. I'm actually excited about it. And then I have this color, which I have not named. I was going to say it's a roadkill, but if I like the way these dye up together, I might try to do it again. And I don't know if you can tell. You can kind of, yeah, it's got some pops of neon green in there, and there's some blue and purple. And this one is on my BFL base. So that's going to go from this to this. And then I've been obsessed with this light green, pale green color with speckles lately, so I dyed up some for myself. And I have not named that one yet either. It's greens with purples and blues, different speckles in it. And I think these are going to look really nice together. And I think it's a good representation of the kind of colors that I dye. So I think I already have some Purple Brain dyed up that I dyed up for the last show. So that's going to be with me at the Zombie Apocalypse, which is in a few weeks. That's the other thing. I've also been dyeing a lot. to go back and count how many skeins of yarn I have, but I believe I'm back up to 200. I was at 200 and then I sold a bunch at Yellow Rose, and when I came back and put stuff up, I sold a bunch. So, yeah, but I think I'm back up to 200. So my goal for ZK is 300. I don't know if I will make that or not, but I will also tell you that I did some self-striping. I'm going to be doing self-striping here and there, mostly probably colors I've already done. I always get ideas for new colors, but you know, the self-striping does take a toll on you, and like I said, I'm having problems with my back, so we shall see. So those are the two projects that I've been working on. I finished my Dead Easy shawl. I don't know if y'all saw it. I don't think it was done by the time I podcasted. I don't remember if I talked about it last time. Maybe I did. But I finished my Dead Easy shawl, and I put the pattern up. So it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I would love it if you guys would go and download it and knit some for me. I made it specifically for my ghost base, so I will be showing you a bunch of the new gradients that I've dyed. It's a DK weight, and I went with DK because that does not seem to be a common weight for gradients, but it's got 246 to 500 yards, and I think it's a pretty good size. It's definitely a shawlette. Now, I did make a bigger one, and I will show you that, and I will address that a little bit. But see, it's pretty big. And, you know, if you wanted to wear it the typical old lady way, you can wear it like this, but I kind of like it the other way. I kind of like it the other way because it reminds me of a cowl. So, and you can see I have one end I did not weave in. So this is my Dead Easy shawl, and this colorway is called Lavender Moon. And I do have some of this in the shop. And then I finished another Dead Easy shawl, fingering weight. Now this one has just a plain ruffle on the bottom. You can see it kind of ruffles. It's not a big, huge ruffle, but it does have a ruffle. And I did block it, so even though it's garter, it did grow a little bit with the blocking. And somebody had mentioned on the pattern feed that it looked like they had a really tiny thing. You need to block it. And this actually has a lot more rows in it. But right now, my focus is to finish everything and get ready and packed up for the zombie apocalypse. So that takes priority over rewriting, adding extra rows to the pattern right now. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add the extra rows for free, or if I might either charge $1 for it, or I might give it away free with kits, because really I love the pattern, but the pattern's also to go with my yarn, so that's specifically why I put the pattern out, because I love this. To me, this is my style. This is the kind of shawl I like. I like a shawl that will stay on your shoulders, and I like it to be kind of big enough to keep you warm, and this one definitely could keep me warm. Looks like I have on a bib or something. I think somebody told me that before, but actually, no, it makes me think of a poncho. I like it. Anyway, this is the fingering weight version, and this is in my spider base, which is normally the base that I use for sock blanks, and this one is a sock blank, but I did get some spider base that is not in sock blanks. So we shall see about that, but yeah, this one is much bigger and it has some more rows, but like I said, right now my priority is not to write another pattern. My priority is to dye for Zombie Apocalypse. So after that's over, maybe I will get to this, but honestly, these patterns were made to go specifically with the yarn that I dye, so that you all would know what to do with gradient yarns. So this is the second Dead Easy, and this one, and actually I have some other ones that I made, and the reason I ended up writing this up is when I was at a retreat back in February, I had several people ask me what pattern I was wearing, and it was my yarn and my pattern, but I hadn't put the pattern out. So it's a very simple pattern, and it's based on a class I took from Susan B. Anderson, who does the shawl shaping class. So this is largely based on I learned in her class. And like I said, it's very easy. It's just based on what she told us in her class. And the shawl is basically, I did it in garter, and I think my other ones I might have done one of them in stockinette. You can do it in garter or stockinette. But this one is a garter shawl, and at the bottom, instead of just the ruffle, I did a 5x5 rib. And I kind of like the way that looks with the ribbing on it. So, there it is. That's what I've been working on lately. Oh, and a lot of dyeing. Weeks in review, I've mostly been dyeing, watching Netflix, finishing up work, knitting shop samples. I have another sample that I want to show you guys, and this is actually, I'm going to show you, I was going to wait, but I think I'll show you guys now the stuff that I put up in the shop, and then I'm going to announce the prize winners. And unfortunately, I didn't bring all the prizes in. I don't know why I did that. I think I may have some of them in there. Let's see. Anyway, this is an exclusive colorway for the Zombie Apocalypse. It is called Zombie Campfire because their theme this year is campfire. So this is what it looks like in the skein. And this is what it looks like knit up. So you can see it's on, I've done this on a sock yarn, and I believe I've done some on DK too. I have to check. I believe I've done some of this on DK and fingering. So this is in my Von Fury, this is in my Spider base. I will be using Spider and Von Fury intermittently. They're both 75-25, but one comes from one company and one comes from another. And one company is not often having their stuff available, which is upsetting because a lot of us are using them. So that's why you might be seeing some more Spider base versus Von Fury in the shop, because one company seems to always have it in stock and the other one does not. So anyway, this skein right here is Von Fury. This one I knit up is in Spider, and because I decided I should have just left the other half for myself, but I find I don't always knit both socks when I'm knitting a sock sample. So what I did with the rest of it was I made some mini skeins. So there will be mini skeins available at ZK. And this is available in the shop right now. There's only 5 of them. And after those are gone, I'm not going to dye anymore. Whatever I dye at ZK, if it doesn't sell, I'll put it in the shop. But otherwise, this colorway will not be done again. This is exclusive for the Zombie Apocalypse. So here it is, and here it is. And I have a lot of other stuff to show you. The Lara Smoot dye-along is now over. Kind of wish I had extended it a little more, just because I didn't get a chance to finish my my mitts that I started for my husband, and I really like the pattern. I started knitting them, and I'm like, oh, these are so cool. They look like something from The Hobbit or from Game of Thrones. They're called the Seacoast mitts, but to me they kind of remind me of gauntlets. They're fun, kind of like steampunky looking. So anyway, it's over, and our next knit along is going to be called Whip It Good, and I'm doing this one along with Crocheting Hoovian, who is a Crocheting Hoovian, and I believe she's changed her name in Ravelry to Crocheting Hoovian Podcast Group. You can find her on Ravelry, and you should go listen to her podcast. She's really funny, and she just makes me laugh. And she also she knits a lot of toys, so what she does is a lot different from what I do. So if you're interested in seeing different whips and projects, she'd be somebody good to check out. And like I said, she's a really sweet, nice person, and she's so funny. She makes me laugh really hard. And she looks so cute. When she was at Maryland Sheep and Wool with my friends, she had her hair in pigtails and they were teasing her. She looked really cute. Anyway, I'm going to be doing it with Crocheting Hoovian and with Bookish Stitcher, Jeanette, you know, basically some of my friends. And we're going to start that I'll probably start a thread right after I'm done with the podcast. I was going to start at the beginning of June, but then, back problems, school problems, blah, blah, blah. Didn't get around to it. So I will be starting that thread after I'm done with the podcast and get it uploaded. And what we're going to do for that podcast is pull out all your whips. And I know a lot of you are doing this for Stash Dash. And Laura Concert, who is crocheting Hoovian, is already doing a work your whips thing. She's calling it a whip it Cal. So you can already go and post in there. But what I'm going to have is just a thread that's open for everything. You're going to post your whips, you're going to post your FOs, but it has to be something that you started a while ago and put away. Don't include new projects in there, okay? So if you've already started something, that's what you need to pick up and put in there. And what I'm going to do is just keep it open, and every month I'll give away prizes, because I'm planning to run this from now until the end of the year, because I have so many whips and I know I'm not the only one. And we'll see how it goes. It might be something that I decide to go ahead and do all year next year in conjunction with other knit-alongs. I am still going to do the horror knit-along in October, but I think this year the knit spin die, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. But as far as the work your whips, you are welcome to do spinning too. If you have something that you started spinning that you didn't finish, or if you have bobbins that are just sitting there and need to be plied, you can enter those too. I'm going to do that to encourage myself to spin again, because I want to, I always enjoy doing Spinzilla, and I know it's coming up. I'm not sure exactly when. I'm hoping it's not like the weeks when I'm at ZK, because then I won't be spinning, because I'm not going to bring my wheel with me. I need room in the car for all my other stuff, and for luggage, and for Anthony and and I think he may be bringing a project with him. My husband is really interested in making Halloween costumes, and he makes a really elaborate one every year. And this year he has some extra stuff he's trying, because he likes to do it for the superhero runs. And I think one year he did the Austin Comic-Con. When we've gone to the big Comic-Con in San Diego, he has not worn any cosplay stuff, but he really is into making costumes, so he may be bringing that stuff with him. So we need room. I won't have room for my wheel unless I end up getting that eel wheel. And look at me just going off on tangents. Anyway, I really want to get the eel spinner. It's a less expensive version. It's a less expensive e-spinner. And while I love my Kromsky, don't get me wrong, it's wonderful, I have to, make myself drag it out, and I usually want to do it while I'm watching TV, so then I have to drag it out and put it in the kitchen, and then I have to go find my fiber, and I don't know, I just don't do it as often as I should. So I know that if I had an e-spinner, I'd pull that sucker out all the time, because I could just sit in front of the TV and do that. So anyway, with that, we're going to do the Whip It Good for the rest of the year. And each month I'll be pulling for prizes, and I'm going to use the same rules that Pen Hook and Needles and Crocheting Hoovian use, that you can post one whip per project per week. So you don't have to finish things, but go ahead and chatter and post in that thread, and I will be pulling for prizes from anybody who's participating. So I'm going to leave that open till the end of the year. Now, at the end of the year, what I may do is go back and see who has actually finished things, and then have special prizes for people who have won things. I'm thinking for now, I have not pulled it out, but I'm thinking each month I'll give away a pattern and a skein of yarn. So, and I have some pretty nice yarn, so I have a lot of good yarn. So I will have some decent prizes. And if anybody would like to donate some yarn or a bag or anything to the Whip It Good Cal, let me know. You can crochet, you can knit, and spin and weave. And I'm not going to say no sewing for this one, but you can do that when we do the horror along. I always open that up to everything. So anyway, have at it, and let's have some fun. And the next thing I want to do is show you my new yarns, and then I will tell you who the prize winners are for the Lara Smoot designer along. So let's see my new yarns. I have one for July 4th called Fireworks. And this one I've dyed up in my BFL base, which is 80% superwash BFL and 20% nylon. And y'all, I'm really loving BFL. It's squishy and bouncy. It's not as soft as merino, but boy does it wear well. And it's nice to work with. And this one is a high twist, so it's perfect for socks. So I have this one, Fireworks. And this one, y'all, you have to rinse it by itself. And I would probably do this at least 5 times. Wash it at least 5 times before you put it in the wash with anything else, because the red is notorious for bleeding. And I've already washed it twice with Synthropol and it's still bleeding, so just so you know, if you buy that colorway, don't put it in with your whites. And then I have a bunch of colors that are for the Dead Easy Shawl. And these are all on the DK Ghost base. And let me show you those. And I'm going to dye, I just wound some more. I'm going to dye another color up today, but these are the ones that I have so far. This one is called Dirt. And I tried to, the way I'm doing my dyeing is I have one color and then I have a mixture of the colors and then I have another color. So they will be a smooth transition. And then this one is Lavender Moon, which is like the one that I'm wearing right now. And then I have Brass. And these are all 246 to 250 yards. I will put the yardage on them, okay? And this one is this a Roadkill? No, this one is a Lavender Moon, but it looks a little bit different because it got over-dyed with red. Okay, so those are 4 of them. And those are all up for grabs in the shop right now. And I'm bringing all of them to ZK, so whatever doesn't sell on the shop, I will be bringing to ZK, and whatever I have when I get back, I will put up. But they are all specifically made to work with this yarn, and y'all, I had like no yarn left. I pretty much went all the way to the end of this skein, so it should use up all of your yarn. And then this one, I like this. I like these colors together. This is some new dye I had not used before. And this one is called Ghoulish. Ooh, look at that creepy purple and that mauve with the gray. I'm tempted to even snag that one of those for myself. And then this one is Grim. And this is some new dyes, other new dyes I got. So all of these, one skein is all you need to make this shawl. Shawlette, I should say, because it's not huge, but I will eventually get around to doing some more fingering gradients, but right now I wanted to focus on DK because that's what the shawl is written for. So those are my new colors. Winners, let's get to winners. Okay. Number 1, let me see if I might not have any of the prizes here, and I am really sorry, y'all. I will try to put a picture of the prizes in the project thread, or in the thread when I put up for the podcast, okay? The first winner is the person who won the mustache yarn, which was the I think it's Belle and la Bête, or Beauty and the Beast yarn, and that's Trylinda. So congrats, Trylinda, and I would like anybody who I need to send something to please PM me and let me know your address. And then the Silver Shed Studios Peeps bag, which I showed before on the podcast. It's really adorable. The winner of that is Purple Ducks, and I know you're watching, Penny, so let me know you heard this so I can send you the package. And then there's a really cute bat bag from Erica Schmerica, and she does these bags with a handle on them, the kind that you can carry with you and knit while you're walking. And it's got bats on it, so the winner of that is Pocketses. So PM me Pocketses. And the person who won the $10 or less pattern is Summer Yarns. And Summer, I know I have your address, but PM me and let me know that you heard this. And let me know what pattern you want. Oh, because I don't need your address for that. I need to know what pattern you'd like. She was the winner from Instagram. And then we had Chatter Thread. I guess I didn't talk about it very much because I didn't have a lot of... We had some interaction in the Chatter Thread, but more of it was in the FO thread. The winner of the Lady Furnico yarn is Lemcall, and I believe I have your address, but actually PM me and let me know you heard this, and then I will tell I want to say Talia, it's not Talia, Marlicia. Marlicia is part of Pen Hook and Needles, and she has Lady Furnico Creations, and she dyes yarn. And she didn't tell me what she's going to give as a prize, so maybe she'll let you pick. I'm not sure. But let me know that you heard this, and I will let her know when you tell me you've heard it that you are the winner of the yarn. And then I also had an FO thread winner. And I wanted to show y'all what she knit. Actually, I'll show you the two that were done for... There were two... Undead Yarn FOs for the last month, and so I wanted to show you the FO that she did. Where did it go? I need to find my Undead Yarn thread. Here we go. Okay, Undead Yarn FOs. She had some sock blank socks. And these are by Java Jenny. And she had bought some of my 2 at a time sock blanks, the ones that you can knit 2 at a time, so the colorways matched up. So you can get matching socks when you knit from those. I discontinued those because I think they're really difficult to work with. As much as I loved having 2 socks that were exactly the same, I was really frustrated when I had to start working with them, and you really have to do 2 at a time in order for them to work out smoothly. Otherwise, no telling. And the other thing that was finished for this month was by Neater C, and she's the Autism Awareness yarn for the Pen Hook and Needles podcast, but she also put it in my FO thread. Isn't that pretty? I think it's a crochet cowl. Or is it a scarf? Let's see. It's a scarf. So Java Jenny, you are the winner of the $7 or less pattern from the FO thread. So PM me and let me know you heard this, and I will gift you the pattern of your choice from Ravelry. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I didn't mention, we did have, in the last couple of weeks, we did have a lot of fun with Anthony's birthday. Anthony and I don't go out a lot in the evenings anymore. We like to be at home and watch Netflix and kind of do our own thing, knit or spin, or he works on projects for work or for his personal use. He likes to make, he's a graphic designer, so, he was a graphic designer, now he's a user design, but he likes to make things. He likes to make t-shirts and all kinds of different things and work on websites for himself or for other people. So we often don't go out, but there's a new area in Austin at the Domain, which is called, I think it's called Rock Rose. It's the name of the street. Anyway, there's lots of bars and fun things to do and restaurants, and it's pretty much a good mixed crowd. It's not like when you go downtown and everybody's in their 20s. So it was a lot of fun. It was a great day outside. It was beautiful weather. A lot of the bars have places to sit outside, so we just went to a couple of bars, and then we went back to one that we enjoyed because they were giving money to a good cause. So we went back there and we had dinner there. And I gave him a Hobby Lobby card for his birthday so that he can go get all his supplies for his costumes. So So that's what we did for his birthday. And I also did have knitting group. We forgot to take a picture this time because our friend Katie Methroth was not there, and she is the one who always tells us we need to take a picture. So anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I want to say thank you to everybody for participating in the designer along. I really enjoyed it. It's been nice. The 3 people that I highlighted are all my friends. Talia from Penhook and Needles, who does Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and Susanna IC, who is Susanna IC, and right now she also is doing a mystery knit along. And I bought the pattern, but I have not picked out the yarn. I have to look and see when it starts. I don't think I've gotten the first email yet, so hopefully it hasn't started yet. But she does a mystery along every year, and it's only $1, so it's well worth it. And then Laura Smoot, who is the wonderful Laura Smoot, who has designed some really amazing socks with my yarn. She designed the Night Watch socks, or is it Fright Night socks. She designed the Fright Night socks that have those bats in them, and then she designed the Peep socks. And I really love her designs. They're really they're very clever. She has some that are really easy and some that are not. She has a good mix of different designs. So I really enjoyed being able to showcase my friends' designs, and thank you guys all for participating. And let me know if you win a prize. And with that, I'm going to say, get busy knitting or get busy dyeing.